If you watched any of my other social issues videos, then you probably know that I only get this stirred up when something is bad enough to warrant a content warning. So let me give you that right now. In this video, I'm going to talk about stuff and link to stuff in the doobly-doo that should have a content warning about sexual assault, assault in general, harassment. So yeah, this is going to be a fun one. Hi Paul Talkers and Marshmallows. It is probably Monday when you're watching this. It is Sunday night. Let's drop the name right away. This weekend, Sam Pepper uploaded a video to YouTube wherein he sexually assaults women on the street and then laughs about it. I don't want you to click through to his video. I don't want you to look at his video at all. That guy should not get any money from us. But I have included a link in the doobly-doo to a Tumblr post with animated GIFs showing what it looks like in his video. Content warning galore. Do not watch it if you don't want to see women getting groped in the street. That is the content of his video, and that is what has stirred up this recent wave of YouTubers coming to speak online here on YouTube, which is great, and on Twitter and on Tumblr about how awful Sam Pepper's prank video is, and how calling it a prank doesn't change the fact that it is a video whose content is an illegality, committing sexual assault. I hope he gets arrested, and how delightful that he's provided evidence of his crimes on YouTube. And I'll put a couple of links to stuff down in the doobly-doo. I want to show you that men, women, everybody is upset about this, so I'm going to try to give you as diverse a set of links as I can in the doobly-doo. I'm not going to spend a lot of time looking for links on this because you can just search YouTube, I'm sure, and there'll be tons of links popping up. So why am I doing a video? Do I have anything useful to add to the conversation? Well, I've got something different to add, at least. On Twitter, Hank Green said, "You can rest assured that people who commit sexual assault in the guise of pranks on YouTube will not be welcome at VidCon." That's the sort of thing that we want a leader of our community, which, whether he likes it or not, he is, to do for us. But I also saw some responses to Hank about, you know, Sam Pepper was there at VidCon last year. He was already an ass last year. Why was Sam Pepper allowed to go to VidCon last year? I think that's a reasonable question to ask of Hank Green. Now, I'm not personally upset with Hank Green or VidCon or the Vlogbrothers for, you know, whomever has attended VidCon in the past, specifically for allowing those people in. I'm upset with the Green Brothers and VidCon for not vetting the people they let in. Perhaps their thinking is that they can't vet every single person who wants to go to VidCon. And my response to that is that you should only allow as many content creators into VidCon as you can vet. Because Sam Pepper is just the latest face on this problem. This problem extends far beyond him. This is a problem both of the YouTube culture and of culture in general, wherein the objectification and abuse of women is just ignored. It's considered par for the course and no big deal. Because that's what we're taught to do, particularly women. Women are taught in most societies to just take the abuse that is heaped upon them. That is such bullshit and that is so unfair, and yet, if you're a woman and you react to a guy who's being an asshole to you, he might kill you. That is not an exaggeration. That is something that we've actually been seeing in the news more and more as time progresses. So it's understandable that, for example, in Sam Pepper's video, when a woman is accosted in some fashion by a dude, it's very likely her reaction is going to be to laugh and not make a big deal of it so that she doesn't escalate the situation and die. So what do we do about it? First of all, if you are a subscriber of Sam Pepper, please unsubscribe. Please don't watch his videos. Ever. I don't just mean this one. I mean ever. YouTube is a community because we make it a community. If we didn't make YouTube a community, it would just be a service full of users. As a community, we may or may not be able to get Sam Pepper kicked off of YouTube, but what we can do is say, fuck you to Sam Pepper, and never give him any money. And then tell everybody else, don't give him any money. So that we can try to make YouTube a pointless exercise for him. It would be great if we could just get it kicked off of YouTube, but as we've discovered in the past year or two, YouTube doesn't care about us. YouTube doesn't care about the people who are abused or assaulted by YouTube creators. YouTube really only cares about those people who make channels that bring in the clicks and thus corresponding money. So we need to attack this problem ourselves. And I think the first step is to disengage from Sam Pepper. And then think about everybody else that you watch. For example, I like Charlie Is So Cool, but I have to think about his videos and think, is he saying stuff that's okay? And I think about it and I come to the conclusion that I think he's fine. I think Charlie is a very decent bloke. Well done, Charlie. But I should think about that, because once upon a time, Charlie lived with Alex Day. I used to be a fan of Alex Day myself until I found out how he abused his position of power towards other people. I cut him out. So that's step 2. Consider all of the content creators that you ever watch and think about, is this person telling me a message that is a positive one or a harmless one? Or does it actually hurt somebody? Does it perpetuate hurting them? And if so, admit it to yourself. And then ask yourself, is it more important to subscribe to this person because they are occasionally entertaining on a YouTube video, or is it more important to stand up for the marginalized, oppressed, and hurt people? And then I got a third thing that we can do, and that third thing that we can do is make positive steps. So that we are the anti-Sam Peppers. And frankly, I don't like pranks at all. Pranks are by their nature a form of joking that is always punching down. You can't prank someone who is superior to you because they literally won't notice. You can only prank someone who is somehow weaker than you. They are in a position of power lower than yours, or because they're surprised and they're in an environment where they can't react to you appropriately, like harassing people on the street. Pranks suck. Cut it out. Find real humor. Punch upward. But what I don't like as a reaction is people saying that he should be pranked, or we should be violent at Sam Pepper, or we should assault Sam Pepper in some way. Don't wish for that. That's not good. What you want is justice. What you want is for his crappy behavior to be brought out into the light and everybody to see it and point at it and say, that is crappy behavior. We do not accept that crappy behavior. If we encourage hurting people either as a joke or a prank or for real, we are going down that path that led to him. It's a bad path, people. Of all the videos I've seen today about this issue, I'm going to explicitly call out Rosianna's fantastic video about this. She called it herself a rambly rant. I thought it was eloquent and fantastically structured. I'm going to link to that right here. There's also going to be a link to that in the doobly-doo, so you can check it out. I highly recommend it. And Rosianna's was the most remarkable one I've heard so far. I haven't seen them all. It's only Sunday night. I should be asleep by now. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you've not yet subscribed, please subscribe below. What y'all think about my social issues rant? Please leave me comments, questions, and suggestions in the comment space. If nothing else, tell me something that matters to you, because I want to know what matters to you. I hope tomorrow's even better. And thanks for watching. I'm getting too old for this. I don't even know if I rant right anymore. I'm so tired.